Most chess players study a lot, but very little of it actually sticks. Have you ever spent hours studying openings, then completely blanked when tournament day arrived? Early on in my journey, I discovered a book, Make It Stick: The Science of Successful Learning, and it reshaped how I think about chess improvement to this day. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some training methods feel productive but fail you over the board, and why the uncomfortable ones actually work. Today, I want to show you how the book's ideas transfer directly into chess, and why tools like blindfold practice, pausing the puzzle, spaced practice, and teaching matter so much. One of the central ideas in Make It Stick is retrieval practice. The science is clear. Learning does not happen when you rewatch or reread. It happens when you pull information out of your memory. In chess, blindfold training is one of the most powerful forms of retrieval practice. When you replay a puzzle you solved earlier, a video you watched, or a blunder you made in a game, in your head later in the day, you're forcing your brain to retrieve the position, the patterns, the ideas, and the mistakes. No board, no arrows, no engine. That mental effort is exactly what strengthens long-term memory far more than passive review. The book cites studies where students were tested on material instead of restudying it, performed significantly better weeks later, even though they felt less confident during practice. Just a very quick side note, I'll be releasing a dedicated video soon on how to actually train blindfold chess properly. You only need to see 1 or 2 moves in your head to get the real benefits. So I encourage all levels, including beginners, to start as early as possible in your chess journey. Depending on when you're watching this, it may already be out. One of the most uncomfortable findings in Make It Stick is that the study methods that feel easiest are often the least effective. Rewatching an opening video feels productive, but ease is often a sign that learning is shallow, not strong. Blindfold work naturally leads into reflection. Another major theme in the book, instead of just asking what was the best move, you start asking the right question. Why did I miss this? What pattern was hiding here? What tactical clue should I have seen? The book shows that reflection, which is essentially just asking yourself questions, strengthens learning by helping your brain categorize your mistakes, not just remember answers. Replaying your blunders mentally later is one of the fastest ways to build usable pattern recognition. The way I do this, if I played a tournament game earlier, I replay the mistake in my mind, I play the move, I try and draw like an X, or if you can highlight the square with red in your mind, or just tell myself bad, blunder, mistake, inaccuracy. Then I play the correct move to fix the mistake for next time so I don't repeat it. When I was really serious about chess improvement, I brought a journal to my classical tournament games and asked myself why every mistake happened. Was it time pressure? Was I lazy with my puzzle training recently? Have I not played in a while? Am I rusty? Did I underestimate my opponent? Was I not confident enough? Was I overconfident? That's how you find the real cause of the mistakes and know exactly what to work on next. Another key concept from Make It Stick is generative learning. In simple terms, this means trying to solve the problem before seeing the solution. In chess terms, always pause the puzzle. When you analyze your game, have the engine off first time through. Even if you get it wrong, especially if you get it wrong, multiple studies cited in the book show that learners who attempted an answer first, even unsuccessfully, remember the correct solution far longer than those who just watched. In fact, learners who struggle first often learn faster once the solution is revealed, because their brain has already started building the framework. So if you guess a move and it's wrong, the effort was not wasted. You've actually increased how long the idea will stick in your long-term memory. Passive watching feels good, active struggle builds strength. Another powerful idea from Make It Stick is elaborative learning. This is the idea that learning becomes stronger when you explain things in your own words and connect them to what you already know. Not memorizing, not copying opening lines, but explaining why something works. In chess, this looks like asking, what opening has the same theme? Why does this move work here specifically? What idea is this move connected to? Where have I seen this pattern before? This is actually a small reason why I started YouTube in the first place. Explaining ideas out loud, even to a camera, forced me to slow down, organize my thoughts, and really understand why positions worked, not just what the move was. And I've seen the same thing through coaching chess in schools over the last few years. When students try to explain an idea, even if it's not perfect, their understanding improves dramatically. They spot gaps, they ask better questions, they remember more. The book makes this clear. Elaboration strengthens memory by creating more mental connections. making ideas easier to retrieve even later under time pressure. If you want knowledge that holds up in real games, help a mate, teach them. You might accidentally teach yourself while you're at it. Another major principle from Make It Stick is spaced practice. The research is blunt. When learning is crammed, most of it disappears quickly. The book references classic memory research showing that up to 70% can be forgotten within 24 hours if it is not revisited. And that is why my puzzle series is spaced over time, with the idea that after some time has passed, you will go back and restart the playlist. You're seeing similar ideas spread across days and weeks, with forgetting in between. That forgetting is not failure, it's part of how long-lasting memory is built. The research shows that spacing in the moment feels slower, but leads to stronger memory recall months later. The book does make room for one exception, and I can think of a clear chess example. Cramming is acceptable for short-term performance, such as reviewing openings before a tournament, when you only need the knowledge to last a day or two. But Make It Stick is very clear. Cramming boosts short-term recall, not long-term skill. So it's fine for opening prep, just don't expect to remember it all unless you revisit it later. Remember these main takeaways. Chess improvement is not about consuming more content. It's about retrieving, generating, elaborating, spacing, and reflecting. The methods that feel slower are usually the ones that last. So pause the puzzle, struggle a little, explain ideas out loud like I'm doing right now, replay positions in your head later on in the day. That is how you make chess knowledge stick. And don't ever give up until you achieve all of your chess goals, no matter how big or small they are. I want to transfer more books into chess terms for you guys. Subscribe so you don't miss out.